feel your love. Feel your love. Feel your love. We could be more than just part-time lovers. I can feel your love. Feel your love. Feel your love. We could be more than just part-time lovers.
Hi guys, hi Corizor, we will try to do it full in English. I'm not fluent but I will try to do my best, mais je te dis quand même bonjour en français. Hi guys, take a seat. We will start in 3 minutes, just to let some people come and we will start that. And guess what? We will have special guests. Edward will not be the only one, and we will also have some leaks. So I hope you're ready because I am. Okay, we'll start. So let me change the scene and normally everything should be okay. Hello guys, Tikapo, you man. I hope you all good. I saw we already have Corizor, hey mates, Ratrap, hey mates. Thank you, San Miguel, for the following. So for those who don't know me, I'm Tikapo, the CEO of Sensei Ecosystem, and we do some AMA from project from the Multiverse ecosystem and outside. And this format is a founder to founder. So what is it? Founder to founder is a format to know more about the founder. They don't came here to pitch their projects. They already have a lot of AMA for that. But we will try to know more about the founder of the project, the vision, the project is building and why he is building these products. So this is the first we do in English. Initially we already all the founder in French. So sorry, I'm not fluent at the moment. I will train to be better for the next ones. And I have to say, this is not a sponsored content. I've reached Edouard and asked him to came into the founder, and I think the community need to know what they are really building, because they are already building great products, but we have a lack of content about this product. So Edouard accept, and he will come into the live, and not only you will see who will be there with Edouard to tell us more about Zoid Pay, Zoid Core, the Super App, the Vision, and we will get some leaks. So I know a lot of people will listen this AMA in podcast, so it will be able on the Sensei ecosystem YouTube channel and Spotify. Let me tell Edouard to come, and he will kick in as up. So I hope, guys, you ready? I don't know, see you in the chat already know about Zoidpay or Edouard. Up, let's go. But you will see the project is building, and we have a lot of great stuff. Just have a quick sneak peek behind the just at the beginning of the call, and I think you will be amazed. Oh yeah, leak. Guys, you already want to get some leak, but let Edouard came and he will reveal soon the thing. Yo, Edouard, how are you, mate?
Yo, how are you?
Fine, pretty fine. Thank you to be there and doing this AMA.
Likewise. I'm here at the office with the team, so.
Yeah. And who's kicking? Mr. Mihai. How are you, Mihai?
Very fine. Thank you. How are you?
Fine, thanks. So I told you Edouard will not be alone, and they are in their building right now, and this is Mihai. You see there, and Mihai is the CTO of Zoidpay for people who don't know him.
Mihai is the product manager right now, and the CTO is coming.
Ah, damn. Yeah. So no, this is because they are both Mihai, and.
It's our bad.
Yeah,
it's our bad.
That's it. So we have the product owner and the CTO. So this is another leak. Now I run the surprise. So CTO and product owner directly into the call with the CEO. Hello, Mihai number 2.
Hello.
Hope you're good, guys. Thank you for accepting this invitation and being to this AMA. So facts. We have a little tradition into the founder. Before start everything, I have to ask you a question. So to both of you, the first one is, if you have to define yourself as a Pokemon, which Pokemon will you be?
As a Pokemon?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice question.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, who want to start?
I had the Pokemon trading cards actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I always liked Charizard.
okay. And why Charizard?
Charizard because from the comics and from the TV show, he was really relentless and courageous. So
Okay.
I think that these two qualities are necessary in Web3, to be honest.
I agree with that. Okay. So we got Charizard. Okay.
Let's hear the other Pokemons.
Yeah. I like to understand that. So,
Well, on my list it was Charizard as well.
okay.
That one's already taken, so I'll take Pidgeot.
Okay.
Map to speed, precise, a hunter.
Okay. Makes sense.
I think everybody's, to be honest with you, I think everybody's looking on their computers looking for Pokemons. Just,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
On my side, it's quite simple. Pikachu, everyone knows him.
Okay.
I studied engineering. I like to play with electricity, so why not?
Makes sense. Okay. It fits to you, so no problem about that. No problem. Okay, great.
What's yours?
Mine is Tortank. I don't know how to say it in English, but Tortank is the water Pokemon you got at the start with the 2 cannon. into this
Ah,
back.
okay, yeah, yeah,
Tartan,
yeah,
we
yeah.
call it Tartan in French. So because he's huge, he got a lot of health power, and he have a massive attack. So when you go to something, go straight to the point and try to destroy all the key point he can have on this side. So yeah, that's why I'm Tartan.
Ah, nice.
So let's move on. Guys, we will start this and segment all of this conversation to make it simple for our listener for the replay. Can I have a quick look about all of your background, who you are, where are you coming from, what you've done at study or at work, and why are you in the team right now? So we can start with you, Edouard, and then we will follow with the Mihai's.
Perfect. So, for those of you that don't know me yet, I'm Edward, the founder and CEO of Zoipe. We're based in Bucharest, Romania. So, we started developing the company here. As a part of the background, I always was in the entrepreneurship area. The fact is, I always like to create stuff, to develop things and products and services and whatever. So uh, even when I was at the Polytechnical University here, because this is what I finished, the Polytechnical University in Bucharest,
Okay.
in the first year I started a company which a couple of years later became a bigger company with offices worldwide in Toronto, in Paris. In Paris, we had
Hey.
an office in Montmartre.
Okay,
Uh,
awesome.
yeah, in Bucharest. And since 2017, we started developing protocols on the blockchain side.
Okay.
In the sense that then it was Ethereum, and part of the part of the thing that made me push for the blockchain was the ability of actually pioneering something and building something that can be later used by uh, users, by companies. So we played a bit with privacy protocols, with payment protocols. We have a provisional patent on the regulated part of sending funds and managing funds. So these are a few things that most of the community from Multiverse X still doesn't know, and these are part of the initial journey that we had on Ethereum and later on Tomo Chain and now on MVX. So the story is that I always like to create products, to develop products, to see markets, how they interact with each other. So yeah, it's part of a bigger journey and a higher vision that we have at Zoe.
Awesome. So a lot of component into your part. So bring you to Zoipe right now because I heard privacy, banking, fiat, stuff like that. So all component give you to Zoipe. Okay. What's Mihai want to start?
You go.
Which one? Okay.
I'll go. So yeah, I'm the CTO of Zoipay,
Okay.
in charge of the technical part.
Okay.
Uh, this is kind of an ideal job for my kind of personality and experience. I started with engineering, then I moved to programming in the middle of university. The main reason was the ability to innovate fast, to change things, to experiment really fast, which of course low cost of just having a laptop in front of you. This enabled me to actually go through a few things like mobile development, website development, and in the end, backend and infrastructure. Right now, everything that's all those small things, sorry, are put together in what I'm doing right now. It's quite hard to find a position where you are experiencing with new technology,
True.
which nobody did anything. Web3 is quite young, and there's a lot of cleaning and development that's happening, especially in the last year. We're having a mobile app, we're having front-end applications, libraries, compilation on the backends, server infrastructure, everything comes together.
Okay.
So this is right up my alley, and it's a really interesting thing to do right now, and it's a challenge that you cannot find that easy.
Okay.
There are very few companies and very few technologies that enable you to do this kind of things.
Okay. So you love challenge, and the Web3 is the perfect sandbox for you.
Pretty much.
Web3 is a challenge in itself. So yeah.
Sure. Okay, that's fine. Pretty cool presentation. Thank you, Mihai. And Mihai.
Yeah. So my name is Mihai, and I'm the product manager.
Yeah.
I guess we're keeping it simple here because there are a lot of Mihais and a lot of Andres in our team. But yeah, my previous experience is in digital marketing, and I somehow got involved with software development because I realized at some point in my marketing career that I was spending way much more time with my software developer colleagues, and I realized that helps to solve issues or develop new things. I mean, you can market as much as you want, but if you don't have the actual product, you need to build it.
Sure.
So I like to know a lot of things from all areas of a product or a company. And for me, this is the right place to be because I also like to do things that other people are not doing. For example, in digital marketing, my family never really understood what I was doing because it was very hard to bring to them the concept of digital and affiliate marketing. Now it's pretty hard to get their heads around Web3 and what Web3 does. So as long as the whole topic of the discussion is hot, I'll really keep it in one place. Yeah, besides that, I think Web3 is one of the places, it's one of the greatest places to be at the moment because we're basically pioneers of Web3.
Sure.
So we're facing challenges that haven't been faced before. And I think there's a lot to learn for everybody from Web3, not only as in terms of actual information, but also as a life experience and what you can gain from that.
Okay. Mean a lot of things, and after hear you guys, I really have the sensation all of you are at the great job because you fit to that job, and that's really important because as you say, the Web3 is really young. We are pioneer because nothing was there before, and we have, if you want to innovate, you have to create things, but you have to create from scratch, and that's harder than everything already made before, that the Web2, where you already have a lot of code bases, you can fork stuff and stuff like that. But Web3, especially into the DeFi and the smart contract stuff, it's more complex. So okay, I love this team. I guy. I have to tell you that. So let's move on. And no chit-chats. What about the super app and the vision? Because we heard a lot of things. We know, okay, the one map was delayed and stuff like that. And you talk already in AMA why, but for people who don't know, you will tell what's really, how can I say that? What's really do these delays and why they are at the moment, and tell us more about that, the super app, the vision behind it, and you guys can take the mic as you want. You get the scene.
Perfect. The vision for the super app actually started in 2018. So back then, we actually produced in China. We had the factory in China that was producing for us cards. And then we got the cards and added the smart chip, bank level security. It was the first card able to do peer-to-peer transactions between wallet on the Ethereum chain. So you were using the NFC protocol to tap on somebody else's phone that had the ZoePay wallet back then and make a transaction with crypto. So it was the first peer-to-peer card that was doing this. We had some discussions. We presented the card. Everybody was excited, but there wasn't an issuer behind it. It was us. So it was made by us. We started discussing with private ATM networks about actually using that card in order for you to withdraw cash money from the ATM.
Okay.
So that's when it all started. Now we're at another level. Us as a team has knowledge on the, let's say, regulatory landscape, on the fintech space. So what we have right now is a seamless liquidity tool for everybody that has crypto. So part of the journey of having a digital asset back then and even now is the fact that you need multiple platforms in order to reach to that liquidity of having cash money in your hand or having money in your bank account, in your traditional bank account. So, for example, if you have crypto, maybe you need to create an account in Binance because it's a centralized exchange and it's safer and so on and so forth, because that's what people know. You need to create an account in Binance, you buy from there crypto, and then you withdraw to
Your
SEPA.
bank account, yeah.
SEPA is not working anymore on Binance. What do? You go to Kraken, you create an account, you have crypto, you exchange to USDT to Euro, and then Euro you send it. So there are multiple flows for this. What if you only have one flow? Seamless, like all the fintech apps you're already using, like Revolut, for example. You have the security of a non-custodial crypto wallet, because that's what we have in the ZoePay Super app. You have a
Okay.
non-custodial crypto wallet that's tied together with a completely regulated fintech powerhouse that has everything from IBANs to multi-currency to FX rates that are small to all of the wonderful things that you need in order to have a seamless experience when having crypto or when you need to pay to a certain merchant or withdraw money from an ATM or whatever you would like to do with your finances. So we cut many middlemen from this flow,
Yeah.
and we made it shorter. We made it more secure for the user, because it's when you go on a centralized exchange, who knows, maybe SBF wants to have that funds as well. You never know. So why not have the non-custodial part there, and then you have the regulated and already known financial traditional finance features there.
Okay.
So that's the vision, to have all in one, but with all of these features.
Okay.
Why is it taking it so long? You have first the non-custodial crypto wallet, which is entirely made by us from scratch. So no outside code was used, especially for the fact that we want this to be secure. So we want to have everything lined up. We have the risk for this, in the sense that we know what we did there, we know how it was audited, we know this and that. So the non-custodial crypto wallet is done by us. Then you have all of the crazy things on the traditional finance part. You have KYC, so know your customer, which requires a certain sandbox in which you analyze the data, requires a certain flow. That flow must be validated. You need to have, so part of the KYC journey, because it's a journey in itself also,
Sure.
is the fact that, let's take, for example, you have your invoices, your utility bills. Sorry. So every country has certain providers, and each utility bill has a different format.
Okay. Okay.
When you scan your utility bill, you need to check via OCR the utility bills for each of the providers, and so you need to create a database based on the countries in which you want to scale, with templates from utility bills providers.
Okay.
So obviously we didn't know this. I mean, it was like, do you have templates for utility bills? You mean like templates that we do or they do? No, like they do. No, we don't. So of course, this is part of the KYC platform. obviously they provide this to us, but it's a process that needs to be validated rigorously, as you need that. You need it to be safe as a company, to be safe as a platform, but most importantly for the user to be safe and secure and
Sure.
not have any liability. So we have we can talk for days about the KYC. We have the AML, again, anti-money laundering, a separate team, an internal team that verifies, an AML officer that verifies this. The flow, again, when do you have triggers? What type of transactions you need to have on the platform in order to have a trigger? What are the flows for each trigger? So this is something that we had to do because it's based on the design and the UX that we have on the super app.
Okay.
So this has to be implemented. So you have triggers based on transactions, based on settlements, based on exchange of crypto to fiat, based on on and off ramping.
Yeah.
So you have these things. Then you have the whole process inside the app. We had, I think, how many designs did we have so far? Iterations on the design.
I think we had 4 massive iterations.
4 massive iterations on the design and on the user experience in order to have it as better aligned with the needs as possible.
Okay.
Obviously, it's better done than perfect, but we have this. We need to change this thing. We need to be more lean as a lean startup approach, because we wanted the user experience from the get-go to be really smooth, because that's part of the value proposition. So for this, we have another team, which is a branding agency that has 8 people only for us working on ZoidPay to test different designs, different user experiences, customer journeys, user interviews, and so on and so forth, based on just minor changes or bigger changes in the user experience.
Sure.
And I will also let Mihai to share their challenges based on the experience that we have building the super app, because
Sure, you can. Take the mic, guys.
I just want to add a few different things. One is regarding the designs. We really iterated. We had many iterations in between those big 4 iterations.
Yeah.
And the process was amazing because whenever you would see a new iteration, you would say, oh my God, this is awesome. So many improvements. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And then maybe after 3 or 4 or 5 iterations later, you look at the old iteration and you think, what the heck was this? This is so ugly.
Yeah.
And then you continue the process, and eventually you reach a point where you think that you should stop and work with what you had, because you iterated so many times that it doesn't make any sense to continue, because this is a process that will never really stop.
Sure.
And the second of all, I want to emphasize a bit the importance of KYC and AML and why it's very important to take your time. And there aren't many words to describe this, but if you're looking at the current landscape and the news we got this week, I mean, even for Binance, that's a pretty big fine. So it's very, very important to take your time and really just take your time to do the AML and the KYC strategy so that you'll be covered. And that you also get the users that you want to get in the end.
Yeah. Very clear.
I'll pass the mic to Mihai.
Yeah, the challenge of the super app is multidisciplinary. You have, again, fiat operations with the banking mechanisms that require certain certifications. After that, you have the crypto part that makes everything else harder to verify and be transparent about it, because transparency apparently is a big issue in crypto in a very funny way. And then you got the wallet inside the application. You got the security. You got all these things that need to come together, and uh, they are connected. They seem separated, but they actually connected. We couldn't go any further, for example, with a certification without solving some technical issues that couldn't be solved because we had another document that had to be ready, and that is
There are a lot of blockers, in this
a
process.
lot of challenges that they don't appear to be. When you start, you don't see them, and they're actually not on the paper. If you look into contracts into what's defined the specifications, they're not there. And along the way, you just figure it out. Oh, this is needed, but nobody told me, and it was nowhere written.
And also, just to add here on top of what Mihai is saying, if we are to build another super app, let's say, it's gonna be only with 10 to 15% faster.
Yeah.
That's it, because we cannot actually get rid of all these compliance things that we had. So 10 to 15%. I was discussing recently with somebody that will have a fintech and a card also, and I asked him, so how long for the card? 2 years. It's normal. I mean, it's the normal part, but at the same time, better communication is needed on these things. So what I would do for optimizing these flows would be to actually have the NDAs more lean, because we're a community-based project, right?
Sure.
I mean, it's not a company that's pushing a fintech, and these service providers also need to be aligned with the current landscape of Web3. So when you have a Web3 project, you need to talk to your community.
Exactly.
But if you have really tight NDAs in which you cannot disclose things to your community, that means you're not actually having a project. So we need to actually change a bit the way the service providers see Web3 projects, to have different NDAs and different types of contracts for us, because we need to discuss with our community. We need to update the community.
And that's why we do this AMA, because I know that because I was in the backstage, let's say that, but the community don't know it. And that's really important. You know what the Mihais told you, you know what Edward told you, you have a lot of party to make that happen, a lot of workflow. You discover a lot of new things you don't even know that exist, and you have to implement it to be compliant. Or if you don't do that, you cannot get out your product. So you have to do it, and do it quickly, because the community is there and waiting to respond, but you can explain what's going on. And that's why we need to talk more way. That's why we do this kind of content. So thank you guys for this transparency. Earlier you told me you like challenge. I think this is a big deal at the moment, and you have to handle it, but I know you are working hard on that. So that's a big part of your future ecosystem, because this is a super app, then Zoidcore and Zoidpay as fuel. That's it.
Exactly.
So you can rush key component like that. So totally understand. So let's move on. I think we made a great part about the Zoidpay super app. Sorry. Can we talk about Zoidcore? Can you just tell us to a dumb guy like me, what is Zoidcore? How can I use it? And how maybe soon some developer can use it to build on the top of Zoidcore?
Of course. So whatever WordPress did for web development, we're doing for Web3 development. In the sense that no matter if you're a marketing guy, a sales guy, or a developer, you have the same set of tools to help you build any Web3 product you would like. Whether we talk about a token, a smart contract, a full-fledged platform like a DEX or a Launchpad, whether we talk about complicated things, DeFi protocols combined with traditional finance protocols, you have the setup, you have the tools to do this. You have 3 ways of building. Programmatically, you get the APIs and SDKs if you're a developer, and directly implement that into your existing setup that you have, to add new features or to build new features. If you're a marketing or a sales guy, you would probably want to have the wizard-like experience. So you have the onboarding, which is simple. You log in, you create an account, you log in, and then you choose from the modules that we have available. Click on them, and then you just complete the form, and that's it. You sign a transaction, and you're done. And if you're on the go and really want just to have a WhatsApp like experience, I did this video on George Buhnic, which is a Romanian influencer, one of the biggest tech influencers in Romania, if not the biggest, actually. So we created the token using our AI bot.
Okay.
So we have an AI bot, and I just discussed with the bot and said I want to build a token that has 350 million total supply, a vesting, staking, blah blah blah, and that was it. So you just have a natural language with it, and it is connected to all of the modules that we have.
And this is dope because I think this is really needed into our ecosystem because actually people see Web3 as an alien, you know? Because
Yeah, exactly.
you don't-
Exactly. So that's part of the challenge of Web3 also.
Yeah.
It's the learning curve. It's because people see complicated things and everybody is discussing about DeFi protocols with APRs, APYs, with and they say, why to build a Web3 product? What should I do with it?
Sure.
But once you start deep diving into the info and start curating the information, it's a lot better.
Yeah.
And you had the suggestion of actually creating a support platform from our side with videos and tutorials and demos and use cases for Zoidcore, and we're gonna do that. Of course, it's needed.
That's dope.
And I think for Zoidcore, to be honest, the time starts next week because what we have now.
Whoa. We're going to the league zone, right?
What?
Guys, I saw earlier you told me, yeah, go league, but I can't see that energy anymore in the chat. So just write, get league this thing, and Edward will do it. Because we need to show your excitement. If we get them here, we just drop some leaks. So we have to know if you are bullish on these leaks or not. We want to know that. Wow, impressive. Okay. Somebody else want to some leaks? Some leaks about Zoko, the Wheezy Wig, the wizard of the Web3, the WordPress of the Web3. Mega bullish. So let's do it.
So shall we start with the leak?
Yeah, let's go.
Perfect. So the time starts next week. Why?
Okay.
Because right now, after our podcast, I'm gonna do a tech update on Twitter, which
Okay.
is gonna be really fun.
Okay.
What we're gonna launch,
Okay.
it's gonna be the token management, which will provide you with an interface for managing all of the tokens that you created.
Okay.
We're gonna have the token explorer.
Okay.
We're gonna have a notification system. We're gonna have the smart contract management. You're gonna be able to import tokens, and in this case, I'm gonna share the mic with Mihai to tell you a bit more about each of these things and share some screenshots, because these things that I'm talking about, these features are already done and they will be pushed next week.
Okay. Yeah, because not push anything on Friday. All right.
No, it's no push Friday. It's no push Friday.
Exactly. So let's go, Mihai.
You have the screenshots. And I can describe.
You can share your screen if you want. You got it right.
Usually it's the same old question when somebody says, "So Mihai will." Which one?
Guys, you should do another NFT collection called the Mihais of Zoidpay. The Mihai Zodster, you know? And
Let's
then
make
we'll
sure
have
that
some superpower.
that we release everything that is there to release, and then we're gonna spend some time documenting things and creating articles and tutorials about it.
Sure.
So I will share my screen.
Yep.
I bet you can see it.
Yes.
So you have a big community, okay?
Yeah.
Then maybe you want to create your own token.
Yeah.
I'm not going to document now creating your token, but let's see that you already have it.
Yeah.
And after you created it or imported it in Zoidcore, this is what you see.
Okay. So
This is
Zoom in a bit.
Yeah, so this is your token.
Okay.
This is a test token, obviously, on Ethereum,
Yeah.
on the testnet.
And this is on Ethereum. It's
Yeah.
not on MPX.
Yeah. It will also be available on Multiverse 6 as
Obviously.
well.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. And, well, we didn't quite catch everything that was on the page, but here you have also your Explorer. So you can see every transaction that happened with your token.
That's
I
dope.
Okay.
will describe a little bit on what's actually happening here because, again, it's just a list, it's just a table, what you can see over here.
Sure.
If you look on Etherscan, you look on the transactions for a certain token, you don't have any tools of actually querying or extracting useful information. A lot of investigations on the blockchain happen quite simply by clicking, going to that other address. There are tools that are doing this, of course, but they're quite complicated to use.
Yeah.
In this case, again, it's quite simple. This is the minified version. There's a lot more information in the background, but you'll be able to query. You'll be able to select all the transactions that were exactly analytics over there. You'll be able to select all the transactions from last week that were between whatever hour and what hour, and select the token and select the amount.
Okay.
And you're gonna have a lot of filters.
Exactly.
Sure. So to get this access, if I want to import a token, I have to get the role of emission of the token.
No, you don't. You have, so right now, what you see here is you're able to view without having any rights on that token.
Okay. Okay.
If you want to upgrade and modify that token, that's a different thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
If you're the owner, you can do a lot of stuff in the management side.
Okay.
You change the metrics for the token, burn,
Exactly.
wipeable,
Dope.
upgradable, etc.
Really dope.
When we talk about yes, but here you can actually start doing queries
Yeah.
and complicate queries for tokens that you don't own. So you're gonna do the chain analysis much better
Yeah.
with the tool like this.
Yeah. Sure.
This comes on top. Actually, this is the base for notifications. Go to
Yeah.
the last one.
Well,
Okay. This is a quite simple screen. It's evolving. It's evolving as we speak right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You'll be able to insert a token address. In
Okay.
this case, it's Ethereum. A contract address for a token. You'll be able to insert an address to watch.
Oh.
And in this version, you'll get a Telegram message when a transaction happens to that address with that certain token.
Yeah.
This is the simple version. A little more complicated, you can actually put the amount of token that it sent. So, for example, we've seen all these people accounts or well alert or whatever.
Yeah.
You can make it quite
Sure.
simple.
Yeah, that's it. You put a listener on an address, and the watcher done the event to a Telegram conversation. Awesome. That's dope. That's
and
dope.
you can have the notifications sent on Telegram. You can have a webhook. You can have them on Slack. If you're part of a Web3 project that has a token, you get notifications directly in your Slack. You can have custom filters for the notifications, right?
Exactly. So again, you can put the date, you can put from which address, you can put, yes, from this address to this address, within these hours,
Yeah.
amount,
Whoa.
token, whatever.
Transactions done between 5 and 5 as hours,
Yeah.
bigger than 100,000, for example.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
So
that's dope.
you can define it yourself.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Just to let you read the chat, mate. But I see a lot of comment like, "I really great project. I'm going to recharge my bag. That's dope. The UE is awesome. I can't wait to play with it." So, guys, told you that's dope. But people have to know what you're building, guys. That's dope. That's dope.
Of course. Yeah. And we have some more actually.
Yeah, it's evolving. We're just showing little features that all come together. Go to the smart contract. Yeah. So this is the actual smart contract management.
Okay.
From here, you see all the functions that are available over there.
Okay.
And this can be also used, again, you can see this page even without owning the contract.
Okay.
So, for example, if you want to know if someone has a stake on a certain platform, you can see here stakes, for example. You can click stakes. You enter. You have a field for the address, and you can see not only your stakes but anyone's stakes. You can make a display for that.
Okay.
This again, it's a little bit more technical, but every interaction that you see on any website with a smart contract, it can be done with this interface.
Oh,
Now,
that's dope.
not only coded, this part,
Decoded.
decoded, sorry. And now we're getting to the interesting part. All these things you've seen here are available as components, as APIs and SDK APIs, sorry, and SDKs. This, again, with a little bit of technical work, you can create full-fledged products without knowing too much about Web3. We hit this wall many times with new engineers that got to us, and especially on the front-end side, they didn't want to deal with this. They're making the flow, they're making the UX, they're making the user interactions, everything to sync up. We need to hide the Web3, the particularities of Web3, which are quite new and not so well documented in some cases. It's new.
Yeah.
We hide it behind our platform, and the interaction comes way easier. Imagine AWS.
Yeah.
You can create a database, you don't even know any details, security issues, anything, you don't need it.
Sure.
Everything is handled by blockchain and our platform. More and more tools are coming. These are just some core functionalities. There's gonna be some combinations and derivative in our platform, and hopefully on other platforms. This is the scope of the project. And keep in mind that over there, yes, you see wallets, you see analytics. You might be able to see payments. You might be able to see on-ramp, off-ramp. You might
A lot.
Whoa.
a lot more.
You say payments. You say on ramp, off ramp. Whoa. Too much stuff. Just wait a second. Do you hear that, chat? Do you hear that? On ramp, off ramp, wallets. What the hell? What the hell are you building, guys?
On and off ramping on demand. That sounds like a nice service for Web3 projects.
Sure. So just that will follow to some question I have at the moment. Hello, Nico. Thanks for joining us. That's awesome. Are we in a dream? Let's see the chat, guys. You will see. For real, if you are a tech guy, they already set up a SDK. To be honest, I just have a look into it. We will not see our face from 2 minutes, guys, but you have the SDK available here, and all the routes you can try to play with the products like a sandbox. And if you have a look into the npm packages, it was updated 25 days ago, so it's up to date. Let's say like that, and start to play with the product. You just have to go into Zoid Core, try out the products. Up. Well, let's make a little demo on it. Log in. Up. I already have an account. Yeah. So you can already do all this stuff. Plus the leaks we have at the moment, but I will show that just after. I'm trying to my part to play with it for May, so that's live for a long time right now. You just have to get your APK, read the documentation, and start play with it as a sandbox. So guys, I know you are a lot of dev. Don't be shy. Play with it. Make some feedbacks. And if you find something, we can discuss directly with the team about ideas, bugs, or stuff like that. But we need to stress test, let's say that, the products and get some innovative idea. You saw they have a lot of idea behind their head, but we have to bring this more utility to the platform and the token. So let's move on, Mihai. That's all the part I want to say.
Well, thank you for the call out, and thank you for actually giving us the opportunity to gather feedback from the community, because we are getting to a point where we have the core functionalities,
Sure.
but one of the things that are happening behind is not only development, it's not only contracts, it's not only things like this, it's partnerships, it's communicating with other projects and what they need.
Yeah.
Most people, we are in this situation, were actually, and still are a bit in this situation where we build everything from zero.
Yeah.
This is happening all over Web3. It's happening a lot. And there are a lot of resources and a lot of projects that actually get blocked in these kind of things. We want this not to be the case. We want to help them. We want to clarify the environment of Web3 to be accessible. There are a lot of, from experience, from talking with other projects, from talking with people with actual great developers, great companies that were not in Web3, they looked a little bit on Web3. They just took a peek on what's happening over there, and they went back. They pushed back. We don't want that to happen. We want to communicate with this kind of people, normal users, big companies, anyone. We want to communicate with them to get the feedback and see what scares them to fix them for them.
Yeah.
Super App does that on the fiat part and the crypto and the transactions. Zoicore does on the code side, on the infrastructure. These two together should actually convince more people and bring more projects into the space.
Sure.
And clear up this image of Web3 is complicated. It's not accessible for the normal person. Right now, it's starting to begin. Everyone can install a wallet. Now let's everyone have a token, have a smart contract, have some notification, watch actually what's happening on the blockchain.
That's cool. That's dope. And if I may ask something, we saw Zoicore, but if I am a developer and I want to build on the top of Zoicore, does I have some specification on the API calls where the Zoid Pay token have a role to play on that part? Can you tell us more about it?
Of course. So Zoid, the token, is the fuel for both Zoid Core and the Super App, in the sense that if you're a developer, you have a lot of benefits inside, in terms of pricing, in terms of early access to different features, in terms of limits, and the best is the fact that you will be able, as a ZPay holder, to actually deploy your product that you built in the Super App.
Okay.
So in the marketplace. But for this, again, because we've seen this question many times, we will do an infographic with the name of ZPay. What do you do with ZPay in Zoid Core, and what do you do with ZPay in the Super App?
Yeah, that's needed.
Because it has a lot of utilities and they're needed for the community.
Sure. And also, we talk about developer, but not only, because as you say, Zoidcore is like a WordPress. So on your ecosystem, you got people called shopping pool owner, look like validators on Multiversix ecosystem. And how can they build into the solution? This is the same way. They are stakers into their pool. They get some ZPay, and they can have some more advantage. How to say that? More promotion or advantage to be a shopping pool owner. So for that, for that, they need to be educated on that part. And I saw a lot of questions about SPOs, let's say like that. We have a lot of questions about what we can do right now with our token, our community, we start building stuff, etc. So as you heard, the team will produce some video content, some infographics to let you know what is possible into the ecosystem and what you will do with your shopping pool. But I know this is just the start of the kind of solution you will be able to do. But as you heard, the team have a lot of plan for Zodcore and for the super app. You heard about a hub, so you will be able to build application and show them as a trophy into the application, the super app. So take your time, be patient. Great thing take time, so it will come soon as you think. Because this is a good project. I think this is a good project, and I love the tool you build because for me, we have to reach the B2C, we have to reach the B2B, we have to secure their vision about the Web3, and on all your pitch, I heard this is the main focus, customer centric and turn about adoption, and how Mihai said you open the path to other projects to be the first to get all these pain points into your way, and if they have some problem they can contact you to make the ecosystem be bigger. So that's dope. Sorry guys, as I say, I'm not fluent, but I will train myself, but I think you can understand what I'm saying.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So really dope, guys. If you have some question, because we are at 1 hour, yeah, short on time, 1 hour. If you have some question in the chat, you can ask question. But today is a big day for Zoipay. This is the first AMA of the journey. They have another one in 2 or 3 hours. I don't know the time.
In 3 hours, yeah.
In 3 hours. Yeah, so you can start asking questions if you want. You got Edward and the Mihais here just for you. So ask question, and if you have other question but not right now, you can go in the Telegram group and ask every question you want in the other MA. So for my part, this is really great, guys. To be honest, we want this kind of content. I heard a lot of good things about what you are doing in the back office, and for the auditor of the podcast, you have to understand they have a lot of decision to be made into the workflow about the product Zoipay is building for the ecosystem, where they can't talk too much due to the NDA, and as Edward said, they will try to make it more light to be able to share more news with the community. This is not why a project don't give you updates day by day like they don't work behind. This is serious value proposition. This is serious subject like money, security, and you can't mess with that. So I heard a lot of stuff about Figma, Super App not will be live. Let me show you just one thing, because I have the testing of the Super App. I don't know if we can see it. This is my fingerprints. Take it, and I am on the Super App. Up, yeah, that like that. So the product is working in beta. Yes, it will be iterated. We wait for the KYC AML, and you heard all the complaint they have to do this because they heard a lot of new stuff, requirement needed at the last minutes. So let them do your work, and when we feel will be compliant, things can roll out. Don't worry about that. Don't know if you want to say something else, guys.
Yeah, actually, we want to add something on top of what you already said. Yeah, it needs to be exactly like you said. So you expressed it perfectly. But we also took a decision today. So what we're gonna do is actually not to have the community waiting for a full-fledged app. We're gonna have the crypto wallet launched as soon as possible in the market so that everybody can get accustomed to it.
What? You don't mean that. You don't tell me that. Another link, guys. Another link.
The link for you as well. Yeah,
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Okay. By the end of the year or Q1?
Sorry?
By the end of the year or Q1?
No, this December.
Damn, guys. So, you just have to ask and things happen. So, Yeah, let's go, guys. Let's go. But you know, you heard a lot of stuff. You know what? The thing continue to process and move on. So keep faced, keep updated into the Telegram and the Twitter of the project. And if you can add your contribution by writing some blog article, or Twitter thread to explain how to do stuff or how to learn on how to use stuff. Do it, because we are into the Web3, and this is not about ZoidPay but all the whole ecosystem. People have to learn before use a solution. So make some awareness, do your part, and the thing will be better after all this stuff.
Perfect.
So thank you guys, thank you for your time, and see you in 3 hours directly into your Telegram for the second AMA.
It's the same trio, so it was a pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you
No
very
problem.
much.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye bye. So this was the founder to founder organized by Sensei. Sorry, as I say, I'm not fluent, but I will try to improve myself. I have to get out of my comfort zone, so let's do it. We continue to push some updates about the project, and maybe in the next quarter, get back Edward and the team and see what's there done. You saw some leaks into that podcast, so I hope you really like it. And the replay will be available later today on YouTube and Spotify. That was Tikapo from Sensei, guys. Keep it up, and see you for the next Founder to Founder episode. Maybe next month? Yeah, early in December. Bye bye, guys, and see you soon. Ciao, ciao. I don't want to stop. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Allez, parti.